Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you may know from the title below, I will be showing you guys how to create a basic Msp edit using IbisPaint X. Let's get started. Alright, now click My Gallery, then click the plus button at the top. Once you've done that, make sure the width and height is both 1080 if you're using Instagram to upload it. Alright, so click layers at the bottom and then camera and choose the picture that you want to upload. Once you finish cropping and rotating, click the tick. Now what we're going to do first is get rid of the green. So how we're going to do that is click magic wand, click the green and then click cut. Once you've got rid of all the green that you need gone, click the box that has a line through it at the bottom right. That'll get rid of it. Now I'm just going to fill in the green parts on the hair. If you hold down on the color that you want, it will pick it up. Otherwise you can just go to the eyedropper on the left bar. If you do want gaps in your hair, you can just get a magic wand and place it on the green and it'll go away. When you're doing this, don't color in on the new layer. Keep it on the layer that your Msp character is on. Okay, so now that you're happy with that, we're gonna start with the eyes. So go to new layer again at the bottom, click add a layer, and now we're just gonna get the darker color, so just hold it again, put a little bit darker, and then we're gonna go around the outside. Just keep doing this on both sides, and once you've done both sides, get a new color that is lighter each time, but don't get too far because you want to blend nicely. If you don't understand, just watch what I do. Alright, so once you have finished all the layers of the colors, we're gonna blur it out. So go to filters and go to Gaussian blur and blur it to where it's like blended good and you don't see the lines of the colors. Even if you see the top bit, see how on the right, my eye, you can see a bit of white. That doesn't matter because when we shade it, you won't see it. So just erase the top bit on both of the eyes. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to get a new layer and we're going to start doing the details. So draw a black circle in the eyes. You can do it how big you want. It depends on your style. I'm just going to make mine a little bigger so it matches the other eye. Alright, once you've done that, go to a new layer and go to add. Put your size on 1 and put it to the lightest color of the green. And I usually put about 6 lines, but you can do as many as you want. Once you're done on both eyes, again we're going to go to filter and Gaussian blur. Blur it to however you want. I usually do it so it still sticks out but it's still blended. So that's how I do mine. Okay, now we're gonna get a new layer. This is where we're gonna start shading. Now choose the first airbrush that you see and choose the color black. Try and fill in like half of the eye where the grey part is. You can do however dark you want. This is just how I do it. Once you've done both sides, you're gonna erase the leftovers around the eye where it shouldn't be. Now that we've done that, we're going to add some detail. So go on a new layer, put the size on 1 and make it the hard brush. We're going to do one big circle on each eye and we're going to do a few little ones, how many you want. Alright, so that's one big circle and a few others. And then you're going to draw this like sort of mini cloud in the bottom right of the eye. And we're going to do the same on the next one. Now that we've done that, we're going to go on a new layer and fill in the eyelashes that have faded from the makeup. I would say from the Msp character. So once you've done that, we're going to move on to something else. Once you've done that, and it's going to add a name to it. Once you click the 3 dots, just click rename the layer or whatever and rename it to however you want. I don't usually do this, but I thought it might help. Now we're going to start with the eyebrows. I usually put them a little bit thicker and just play around with them. You can just watch me how I do it while I speed it up a little bit. when you're happy with the eyebrows, add a new layer, and we're going to add a hair like at the start. Add as many as you want. Make sure it's only on size 1 because you want it thin. Once you've done that, add a line at the bottom, add a few strokes going up, but not too many. And do the same on the other side. Again, once you've done that, rename it so that that is where you do the eyebrows and you don't have to keep scrolling. Alright, so once you've done that, we're gonna start the makeup. So of course you need a new layer and make it at where the filters are. I did it previously if you didn't see that. And that's how you do it. And now hold down on the middle of the, like, where it's highlighted, or you can, if you don't have that, just hold down where the skin is and use a lighter color. So make it at the first airbrush and go over it a couple of times and do it on the same on the other side. Make sure you erase where the highlighter has gone on a different part where you don't want it, otherwise it might look weird later. Alright, so now we're going to go to another new layer and put the color darker. This is where we're going to put it where the cheekbones are. Once you're done with that, we're going to go to filter again and go to Gaussian blur and blur her to how much you want. This is particularly your style, so it's whatever you're happy with basically. And depending how dark you put the color, it will vary with how much you blend it. Alright, now we're going to new layer. And this is where we're going to do the nose. So just follow my steps on how we do it. For this one, we're not going to use Gaussian blur. We're just going to lower the volume of it and see how that goes. And then go to Gaussian blur and blend it a little bit. Now that we've done that, go to new layer, go to add and put the color lighter. And we're going to put a small streak in the middle, I would say, of the nose. And then we're going to Gaussian blur it again. So put it there and the tip of the nose. Now that we've finished the face makeup, we're going to rename it and then have a new layer, and then we're going to start the chest. With the chest, we're going to just go over where it's already highlighted and shadowed. So we're going to shadow the darker part first. So put the color darker and then just go over in the middle, and you can blend it out a little bit on the Gaussian blur. Once you've done that, we're going to go on a new layer, and you can put the color a little bit darker. I feel like it looks better like that. or you could keep it the same color. It's all up to you. So just erase the parts where you don't want it, and make sure you do on the hair. So again, Gaussian blur that. I just speed it up a little bit so it doesn't waste your time. Now that we've done that, we're gonna do the highlight. So put on add again and put the color lighter. So I'm just gonna go over where it's already highlighted. So again, once you highlight the color, just erase it where you don't want it. So I'm gonna do it on this side and the other side as well. Just follow what I do. Alright, so now that we've done the highlighted and blended it, we're gonna rename the layer. So we've done all the chest, and then we're gonna move on to hair. I'm not gonna fully redo the hair because this is just a basic edit and it's already been going on for 17 minutes, and yeah, I can always do it in another video. But right now we're just gonna add the highlights and shadows to the hair. Easy. Just to airbrush, make sure the layer is on add, so then the color will pop out. So do it to all the lighter areas. I don't really bother like erasing like around where I don't want it because you can't really see it. Once you're done adding all the shadows, go to a new layer, and you can darken the parts where it is dark. For this next part, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, because I don't actually do it, but for this video and for this edit I want to try something new. So if you want to do it, follow me. If you don't want to do it, just ignore it. Now for the people who are doing this, as you can see, I'm not doing a knee at all, and it does not need to be knee because we're going to put darker colors over it. So once you add a new layer, go to airbrush and put the darker color over it for the shadows are. So once you're happy with all of that, we're gonna do something else. So for this next part, we're gonna add shadows around the hair, like where the skin is for the shadows, where the hair is onto the skin, so then it looks a little bit more realistic. So put it to like a brown dark color, but not black. So basically just follow what I do. There is some shadows already there, but I do add some more where it isn't. Once you do it, just Gaussian blur it, or you can just lower the volume of it. I was happy with how this turned out, so I didn't actually do anything with it, and that is completely fine if you do that too. Now for the next part, once you've added a new layer, we're gonna start the lips. So we're gonna add the shadow under it and raise it where you don't want it, and then just follow what I do. It's a little hard to explain. When I do the lips, I usually add a little bit of darker color shadow on the outside of the lips, and where it's already highlighted, I usually add more highlight. Just watch what I do and make sure you do blend the outer if you add the dark color, because it'll look good. Alright, so we're basically finished our edit. All we're gonna do is just add a color for the background. So I usually do with what is on my Msp character. So right now I got green eyes, pink lips, grey hair, and red top. So I tried the red top first, but I didn't really like it. So then I tried the pink color from the lips, and it's pretty good. So I chose that one. And now once you chose the color that you like, we're gonna add the username. So go to the top, add a new layer. So with the background color, I did it for the first layer, so it goes under everything. So I usually do a black color first, and right in the top right corner, I just write my username, and then I go to a new layer, and then go to add, and I did a light pink color and did the exact same writing, just a little bit lower. By the way, guys, you don't have to exactly copy whatever I do. This is also just to like get a better understanding on how to blend, how to do the eyes, like, and hair and all that. For people who are new to editing and like all this, trust me, it took me forever to like understand how to do it. Took me a lot of YouTube watching and all that, and it did help. So trust me, if you feel like you're never gonna get better at it, you will. It just takes a bit of time. And if you guys have any questions on how to do something, or if you want to edit, just comment below and I'll respond. I respond to everybody. Remember to follow my Instagram. If you don't know what it is 52 shots, but you can also look in the disc. It has an Msp accounts and my social media. If you want me to get anything else like Twitter or a different Msp server account, just comment below again and I'll see what I can do. Thank you for watching. Bye.